blessing from heaven. Now you can wait your whole life wondering when it's gonna come, where it's been. You may have got your whole life into an endless life, but much of that could have been. Notice when you change, you don't feel as good as you used to before. And everything you used to say, thing you used to do when you're out the door. Oh, come on, where you been doing? That's what you tell me what you do, but you know you've heard it all before. What more can I say? When love was at you, walk away and you give your whole love, and you find yourself giving it away when you think you're in love. I wanna be the one that will believe you, heart sent from.
And today we're going to be specially recognizing the he for she's, the men who are incredible allies. So women, can we please give a round of applause to the men in the house? Thank you so much for showing us how much you support and you're a part of our journey. And we'll get into the conversation proper, but because I said that today is to honor women, so I'm going to give you the task of honoring a woman sitting beside you. Say something kind to her, something uplifting to her. And if it's a man that is sitting beside you, look for the closest woman to you and say something uplifting. Thank you so much. Today is going to be a lot of uplifting. At different points, we're just going to pour a lot of love into each other whilst we are having the serious. See, I like this. This is what I like. Whenever you tell people, everybody will be forming serious. Once you give them small chance like this to socialize, just will just continue. Okay, we'll have part 2 of the uplifting. But at different points, whilst we're having the serious conversations, we're going to have moments like this where we are empowering each other with words, kind words, words of affirmation. And we're hoping that in this room, we know that we have some special guests that are not staff of Wema Bank, and we want to hope that you will connect with each other and be a part of our women's network.
Today, we gather not just to recognize the achievements of women across the globe, but to reaffirm our commitment to driving meaningful change. Today, you are witnessing the 2025 edition of the Wema Bank International Women's Day event. Like you heard earlier, this is an event that we hold there in Wema Bank. And if you were there last year, you will bear witness that it was a very loud event. Or a louder event is coming. You're going to be easy. It's not easy to be it. The first indigenous bank in Nigeria to be it. The bank that is thriving, doing well, going up, going big, going there, and going there. So, May 2nd is gonna, even from now, it's gonna be loud in Lagos. Every year, we take the opportunity of International Women's Day to shed light on the importance of gender equality, stimulate discussions aimed at providing practical solutions, and challenging others to put their weight and make impact in their own capacity. The theme of this year's International Women's Day is Accelerate Action. And as the first female chairman of Wema Bank PLC, it's not easy. Yes. My career is a testament to the impacts that can be generated and the change that can be achieved when individuals and corporations like Wema Bank take decisive steps to accelerate action for women empowerment. I can bear witness to the fact that Wema Bank is doing that. All our men here from the end, they are he for she. Not just by word of mouth, but by action. we see it in their daily moves, everything that they think about us. Please, can you give them a round of applause? Today, our goal is to delve deeper into the theme, accelerate action. Leveraging our expertise as a leading financial services provider to dissect the topic, harnessing innovation and technology to accelerate financial inclusion for women. And I can't wait for us to discover the great and valuable insights that will be shared today. The theme, Accelerate Action, reminds us that we cannot afford to be slow or passive. Whatever platform that we have, we need to make our voice louder. We need to support our moves with actions. We should not just say it by words of mouth, but we should back it up with some action. We must be intentional, we must be bold, we must be continuous in promoting gender equality. The goal of the fifth Sustainable Developmental Goal, gender equality, is to build a world where women can thrive without discrimination or oppression. And we must all do the work to contribute to the achievement of this goal. I want to extend my deepest appreciation to all the speakers and the participants joining us today. Your presence physically here and online underscores the importance of this mission, and together we can drive real change. I thank you for taking the time to join us here this afternoon, and I look forward to networking and accelerating action with you all. Thank you, and God bless.
As I welcome the MD and CEO of supporting women, the one and only Mr. Moruf Oseni. Round of applause for him as well. And you can sustain the applause. Thank you.
So it's not your fault. Our guys should correct that. I think they got that wrong. Anyway, good morning, everyone. I don't even know where to start because I think the chairman's speech was a very fantastic one. And today is a celebration of women, so I'd rather take the back seat and just support from behind. But as you're all aware, I call myself he for she for life. I'm supported on a personal level by my late mom is gone now, but she was a pillar in driving all my dreams. And then currently I have my beautiful wife, I have my sister, in-law as women that surround me. And also in the bank, I have my chairman, she's absolutely correct, the first female chairman of Wema Bank. We're very proud of that. And I have all the beautiful ladies of Wema Bank supporting me in this journey. They are very deliberate and intentional about promoting women, and I'm sure to us it's not just words, it's those that work with me are very, very deliberate about making sure I uplift everyone. My philosophy is collective prosperity. But for the women folk in particular, I make sure I create the opportunity for them, because for me to am here today, if I lie to myself that I did it all alone because I went to King's, I went to Imperial, I went to London Business School or ECL, that's a lie. People created a platform for me, and they give me the opportunity to be all I can be. So I tell people, my job at this level is not about making money. We'll always make money in the bank. So market up, market down, I'll make money, right? It's creating opportunities for people to be the best they can be. And that's my job as CEO, is to create opportunities for everyone in this bank, our customers, our investors, our friends, to be the best they can be. That task I take very, very seriously. So on behalf of the board and management of Wema Bank, I'm delighted to welcome you to Wema Bank International Women's Day event. This event provides another opportunity to showcase and reiterate our commitment to women's empowerment, gender inclusion, and equity. This mission of empowering lives is deeply rooted in our identity as Black. From our inception in 1945 to the present, we have carried on the mission of empowering our people, innovating new ways to add value and supporting them all the way. A lot has changed in the last 8 decades, but one thing has remained constant in our commitment to inclusion, empowerment, and support for women. As a bank, we recognize the gender equality gap that exists globally and understand the need for a tailored approach to addressing this challenge. This is why we launched our women-focused proposition, SARA by Wema, in 2019. Our goal with SARA is to cater specifically to women's needs, delivering customized solutions, creating useful opportunities, and providing practical resources to help women thrive personally and professionally, irrespective of their socioeconomic or financial status. I am very proud of the phenomenal work that has been done to accelerate action for women's empowerment through SARA. Since the launch of SARA, we have banked over 400,000 unbanked women, disbursed 75 billion in low-interest loans, and over 20,000 in grants, creating over 900 jobs for women, providing market access to over 3,000 women. We have connected them with 135,000 customers and generated over 4 million in sales, just to mention a few. Why have we been so intentional in the gender space? Accelerating action is beyond lip service. For us at Wema Bank, we walk the talk when it comes to women's empowerment. And today, we are gathered here not only to celebrate the exceptional impact we have made in empowering women for 8 decades, but more importantly, to raise the right conversations and drive right actions as we look ahead to a future of much greater possibilities. Let me close this welcome address by reiterating one thing. Wema has supported women since 1945, and we will continue to support women. We will celebrate our 80th anniversary on May 2nd. We are more driven than ever to continue empowering women and building a future where women thrive. Equity is the norm, and equality and empowerment are not just ideals or realities. I welcome you again to Wema Bank International Women's Day 2025, and thank you for joining us here today. Here is to an ideal future where every woman thrives. Thank you.
He spoke about SARA by Wema, the establishment, and we want to share with you the work that SARA by Wema is doing, particular about supporting women, but don't take our word for it. Let's take a look at this video.
Why the emphasis on women empowerment, creating tailored opportunities for women, and accelerating action towards gender equality? Why? The answer is simple. A gap exists, and we must accelerate action to bridge it. The sooner we act, the more women thrive, and the closer we get to achieving the 5th Sustainable Development Goal, gender equality. This is why Wema Bank has continued to accelerate action since 1945. For us at Wema Bank, we understand that women are just as important as men, equal beings with multifaceted capacities and unlimited potential, equipped to lead, deserving of opportunities, and worthy of respect. Since inception, we have carried on the founder's dream of supporting the people, and in 2018, we expanded our socio-economic focus beyond the limitations of CSR, corporate social responsibility, adopting the corporate social investment policy for increased social impact across core corporate social investment pillars, economic empowerment, education, environmental, finance, and health, and impacting over 500,000 beneficiaries across Nigeria, with a major focus on women.
We talked about how, at the start of today's event, I mentioned the World Bank and talking about how the reports having that women are 7% less likely to have a bank account than men. And in Nigeria, where we have 55% of the unbanked being female, let's talk about some of the barriers, the key barriers that you've seen in the course of your experience. And I think I'll pose that question to all of you, that further strengthen financial exclusion, if I could call it that.
All right, thank you so much, and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much, Wema Bank, for putting up this interesting conversation. I know we have it year in, year out, and some people say, you know what, it's tiring, but what I tell them is that the impact is out there. It might not immediately grow on us, but trust me, the conversations are getting different and the actions are getting louder. So thank you for not getting tired of our conversations. Thank you for keep supporting women. To quickly answer your question, Olive, I think it is, the challenges are rooted in societal constructs. Women are mostly considered to, in so many parts of the African culture especially, and it's a global issue, but I'll just bring it down to Africa and in particular Nigeria. We still, to a great extent, hold these women should be seen and not be heard. And that's why when you see women who aspire, who are ambitious, who are sure about it, that, their aspirations. This might not be the women in this room, because again, we have assertive leaders and strong women in this room, but we are speaking outside this room and in so many other layers of the society. So when you see such women, there are times that it's considered contrarian to what the society or what the culture expects. A woman is meant to be, just like a cookie tin. Just, love me, feed me, never leave me, feed kind of thing, right? And so when you have that, that's why you have limited aspirations for women. Someone posted recently on social media that there was this event, it was, a Pentecostal movement, and they said, dress like your miracle, and you have like about 90% of the women in wedding dresses, and you have the men in powerful suits, like the gentlemen in this room today, aspiring to be ED, aspiring to be the MD of a top bank like this. And there's nothing wrong with aspiring to be married. I am married, I am a mother, I have a 3-month-old as we speak. And nothing is wrong with that. But again, we have to break those societal constructs and say that women, as a matter of fact, it's been statistically founded that you are a great multitasker. It's been statistically and biologically founded that you have oxytocin, the love hormone, coursing through your body. And what that means is that you're the best product managers. What that means is that you can juggle so many things together. So we need to really reinforce the positives and then, lower those societal constructs that limit women.
Thank you very much for Dr. Bukari. She said you'll speak more to that, and I'm sure that you can speak to that as well. And even whilst you were speaking, you talked about the people having creche, and I think that is very important. I remember going to an organization and saw that they had creche for the moms, and I would imagine that as a mother, if I knew that my kid is downstairs. Wema does have it. A round of applause for Wema. You see, we're walking the talk. And we need more organizations taking initiative like that and ensuring that women feel you're able to give your best as a woman when your child is being cared for downstairs, and if they call you, you can move to them. But I'd like you to speak some more about, financial inclusion and, the challenges you've encountered in your journey.
Okay, so thank you so much, Wema Bank, for all you do. I really like the fact that it's not lip service. So thank you for having this, for continuing the conversation, and for having a powerful chairman. The first female in 8 decades is not easy. And I think we really need to clap for her. We didn't clap for her. And the reason why I want to start with that is it actually starts from representation. It's what we see that we know becomes possible and achievable. So even having the amount of men here supporting women and not being lip service definitely will help to bridge that gap. So let me piggyback on what Shagbe was talking about. And I totally agree with everything that you said. But from research, one thing that we've also seen is the fact that a lot of the things that make us excluded, even if it's not just financially, politically, economically, actually starts from home. So it starts from the mindset. It starts from those that are raising these children. And I think we were talking earlier, myself, Ari, and TJ, and I was saying, and it's what I always say as a gender specialist, that when we give birth to a child and the child cries, you do not know whether it's a boy or a girl crying, do you? You can't guess. So if from the minute we are born, there is no distinction, why then do we now have all sorts of subconscious and unconscious and conscious things to separate us? So if women who raise other girls and boys are able to, from the home, to show that, look, it's possible, whatever your brother can do, you can do better. And that's what I was sharing with TJ. I have just one brother. And my father was very adamant about the fact that there should not be any difference. So from the age of 16, I could jumpstart a car, I could change battery, I could do all that. My brother could pound yam, he could bake. So there's no difference. So if we have that mindset, then every other thing becomes easier. We now become a magnet. So if you already know that you can achieve and that you have people at home supporting you, whatever construct exists, you'll find out that you're slightly different. Okay? So unfortunately, these constructs exist. And the work we've done at the Enterprise Women's Center is to say to ourselves, what are the things that restrict women from moving forward, from being financially included? And one thing is awareness sessions, seminars, trainings. Wema Bank does a lot of that. We've done so many with them across the country. But one thing you realize that more often than not, the trainings are in English. The trainings are for people that can hear. We take it for granted. So the trainings are for people who don't have to bother about when it's time to pick the children, where do I drop the baby, when I'm going for this training. And so those are the things that we took into consideration. So one thing that can be done is in planning a lot of this information session, take into consideration that you must provide a sign language instructor, because there are quite a lot of people that might hear but not very well. They have some auditory impairments. The second thing is to make sure that at a lot of these physical information sessions that you provide nanny service. So last year we went to 700 local governments out of 777, and each location had a creche service. Each location we taught in local languages, so we're able to teach in 15 local languages, excluding sign language. And what we got to hear from young women 18 to 35 was that it's like you thought about me. Especially when we went to somewhere in the North Central zone that we were using sign language. And we're talking about teaching savings, we're teaching investments. And one young lady, she was actually very misty, she was crying. She was like, she never, when they have all these things, she never bothers because nobody thinks about people that have auditory impairment. And I think just being aware of these barriers, these hindrances from a conceptualizing framework, then we can design something that makes sure that everybody's included.
And in a country like Nigeria, where we know what the stats are, I'm not going to share some of the somber facts on this platform, but we know that a lot can be done to improve social welfare. We know the percentage of our population that is living below the poverty line. We know the percentage of our population, women especially, that don't have access to primary healthcare services, that are still considered illiterate. So we're really pushing the envelope to engage with corporates and companies and key stakeholders to understand how we can support businesses that are doing things right, help them scale their services so they can do things even better. In the past, the way companies have been analyzed is based on financial returns. But we're saying if companies like Wema Bank that's exemplifying what can be done to drive this narrative around getting women involved and empowering them, we should recognize these companies, right? And we should support it and support them. And these are the kinds of companies that investors want to support. So that's basically Impact Investors Foundation. And the work that I do there as lead of deal matchmaking is to help businesses that have this social lens to connect with impact investors.
Thank you very much. Please, a round of applause to our wonderful panelists. Thank you.
You should probably fall in love with yourself a little too much and stay in love. Your beauty is ugly. Have you ever taken a moment to admire the beauty you possess? The same beauty you often mistake as flaws. Abigail, Chidinma, Amina, If I did not see you for who you truly are, would you ever see yourself? Would you recognize a woman in the mirror? A woman in tune with herself, her beauty, her poise, her femininity? Would you?
Alright, we'll get ready for the chorus. It's coming again. We'll sing it one more time before we wrap it up. Amazing, right? Did you enjoy it? A round of applause for yourselves. All the lions in the house. Please welcome with me, he for she, in no particular order, Hakeem Oladosu. A round of applause for Hakeem. Is Hakeem here? Congratulations, Hakeem. Congratulations. Please come forward to receive your award and to present the certificate to Hakeem. I'd like to please welcome our CCO, Toyin Karere. Please, a round of applause. Make some noise for Tajuddin Bakare. Oh yeah, you know the bridge. Let's go. Thank you very much. Bamidele Ajala. Bamidele, you have to dance in the coming years. Thank you so much. Kayode Osuma, to please come and sing the award. Congratulations, Kayode Osuma. Olushola Olofiyeye. He's not around. Olushola is not around, so I'm going to receive the award on behalf of Olushola Olofiyeye. Thank you so much, my colleagues, for voting me. I should stand here. Thank you so much, my colleagues, for voting me. I promise to continue to champion the cause of women. I'd like to encourage my fellow men to do the same as well. Thank you.
To our chairman, we say thank you. You really represented us. And to the highest and biggest he for she in the room, our MD, we say thank you, sir. And to the ESCOs, thank you for gracing this occasion. And to everybody, thank you and God bless as you go. Thank you.
Today's experience cannot be contained. You understand, it reflects on everyone that has attended the program, and this is just an opportunity to tell women that, look, you are beautiful inside out. And one of the things that I've picked that I will continue to share with others is that you are the one that will let people know how beautiful you are. You don't have to listen for others to tell you. You have to let them know. Shine your light yourself. Show them that you've got something inside of you. And there are great opportunities available for women. But what is it that is stopping you? Connect. Talk to the next woman beside you and you will know that there are greater opportunities for you to explore. Thank you.
So essentially the conversation we had on the panel focused on what we could do to ensure that women were more financially included. And in doing that, from a skill perspective, how we cannot avoid technology. And we looked at the use of USSD, the IVR technology, and in using that to deploy trainings that could change the mindsets of women as relates to how they can budget better, how they can save, and how they can make investment decisions. The other thing that we discussed about is the power of representation and how we need to have more women that are showcased who have been able to start from nothing and to grow using a lot of these tools. Lastly, we talked about what Wema Bank has done in the last 8 years to ensure that women are financially included. If you haven't gotten in touch with Wema Bank to open an account, and if you have an account and you don't know about Alat, you don't know about Sarah, you're missing. So go and find out.
What I've seen are human. I don't see men or women. So the diminishing effect of men's support for women, I don't see it. I see people that are thriving. If you can see today, the chief compliance officer of the bank is a lady. The chairman of the bank is a lady. The head of HR, the CHRO is a lady. So that means we have competent ladies, holding strong and bigger position in Wema Bank.
This year is about action. And this year we are not just looking at actions, we're looking at actions with impact. We're looking at actions that truly, truly would drive sustainable growth in the gender space. And I'm excited with all the participants, all the guests that we had today. The panelists, the engagement was inciting, it was encouraging, it was an eye-opener to a lot of opportunities that are there for women. Putting all of this together and seeing it come to life today is something that I'm most proud of. Thanks to everybody at Wema Bank, the management, the ESCOs, MDCEO. We say that our MDCEO is he for she for life. And you can see the excitement, the energy, the buzz in the room. People are excited. They are happy to come, enjoy themselves, have fun, have great conversations that truly, truly drive impact in the gender space.
It was quite an interesting day. We had the serious conversations where we're looking at harnessing innovation and technology to provide real and scalable solutions to financial inclusion, and ensuring that we have more women that are financially included. And beyond the serious conversations, we had a lot of fun. There was dancing, there was singing. We celebrated the men who are our allies, our incredible allies. The He for She Awards was given to 5 men who have lent their voice and continually advocate for the causes of women. We also celebrated the Big Sister mentees who graduated from the 2nd cohort. So much amazing work that Wema Bank is doing to advocate for the causes of women. It's not just talk. So much fantastic work that Wema Bank is doing to advocate for the causes of women. I was showing that it's not just talk, that we are walking the talk. So congratulations to Wema Bank for putting together a fantastic event. Beyond being the MC, I thoroughly enjoyed myself. And I want to give a shout out to you, woman, watching. Woman, you are amazing. Regardless of the stereotype that society throws at you, you take it and you dust it off your back and you rise and you thrive like nothing is happening. But we know the battles that you have to fight. The battles you oftentimes you're not able to speak about. The societal stigma that's been leveled against you. Yet you shatter these glass ceilings and you continue to do so with elegance and with grace. So this year, again, we accelerate action for the progress of gender equality. I will continue to lend our voices to advocate for you because you are magic. Happy International Women's Day. Mwah.
The Wema Women Network was formed a few years ago, and it's a network for all women in the bank, irrespective of role, grade, age. It's a network where we support each other. I mean, if you have any challenges, you come into the network, we're always supporting. There's a shoulder for you to lean on. And one of the things we've done recently is the Big Sisters. It's a mentorship program where people come, they are mentored. I mean, they are seen all the way through their career. So that's it. For you to join us, you don't have any requirements. So far, you are a Wema baby. Join us.
Today, I celebrate every woman all over the world, women all over the world. You are beautiful, you are strong, your dreams are valid, and accelerate action.
We sure hope you enjoyed this video. For more entertaining video content such as behind the scenes of music videos and movies, music concerts, premieres, interviews, and exclusive gists, subscribe now to our YouTube channel Goldmynetv and be unleashed into a world of super excitement.